Hey, what's going on, Shib Army? Let's talk about the price, where it could be heading here in the next several weeks and next couple months. And really, we're going to take a snapshot of where it is right now, talk about the high and low side of the current price and where I see it going if and when that market turns back on, which I believe it will. We're going to take a look at the crypto fear and greed index as well, that kind of indicates some things that, are showing us that eventually here we're going to have to break out of this and do some climbing up the chart. So let's take a look at that first, actually. So the crypto fear and greed index right now, we are at extreme fear here. This is January 20th, 2022. And if we scroll up to the top here, we could see that we've been here for quite some time. We've been in extreme fear yesterday, last week, last month we were at 27, which is a fear zone. And if we zoom in here to the 1 month, okay, this is basically consolidation here from January 9th, especially all the way across the board here in extreme fear. But really, you go back a month prior, we were still at 45. Okay, so we've been kind of in a low spot here for quite some time. This is the 1 month. Now, if we go to the 3 month, November was a pretty solid month, right? Then we kind of fell off the table. November 16th fell lower on the 17th and 18th, and eventually came all the way down here. Now, I want to zoom out to the 1 year because this is last January. Okay. Here's January 22nd last year, 2021. This is right around the time we started really popping. Okay. And reached some big time levels here in February, came back down, and then came back up in March and had a great March and April, came back down, came back up in May, then had the dog days of summer. It was brutal, right? Pretty much May, June, July. Then we had another big pop in August and another big pop in October and November. So you could see this thing really fluctuates. But right now we're in a downtrend. Okay. But look what happened last time we consolidated in a downtrend in these summer months. Could we be experiencing that right now? And when will it take off again? That's the big question. I do think it could happen here late quarter number one, really a big takeoff. Okay. Here's what's happening though. The overall crypto markets and the overall traditional markets, they're all down. Everything is getting hit hard. It's not just crypto here. And what I really like is crypto is actually following the traditional markets. It really is. And that's pretty cool because we have not really seen that before. But here in 2022, crypto is following the S&P 500 very closely. Okay. And so let's take a look at some of the recent developments on the 4-hour chart. So the upper limit of the Bollinger Band is present at the 2962 level, which acts as the strongest resistance for SHIB at the moment. Conversely, the lower limit is the 2691. So 2962 on the high side. Currently, we're at the 27 level. So we got 29 at the high side for the resistance, 2691 on the low side for support. That's kind of what we're looking at. We're trading in a pretty tight range, which is good. Now, the bulls are not sitting idly. Even though the bears have been in control here, the bulls might have plans for the market, which will come into action soon enough. Of course, when we get that institutional money come rushing back in, when people are not as afraid to move their money around in the global crypto market, SHIB will come back with the overall crypto market. It's just how it works. Now, they are bound to bounce back and retain the market once again. But again, it's going to take a sentiment change, people to feel better about where we're at with crypto, better with where we're at in terms of inflation, all of those things happening around us in our world today, supply chain, COVID variants, all these things create this fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And we, say this word as kind of kind of a buzzword now, but it really is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that does this to the market because it's kind of a trickle down effect. Once a few people start saying that they're fearful and inflation's coming, then everybody kind of follows suit, right? And all of a sudden you're in a bearish market. So if we look at, kind of the further out resistance and support bands, the upper limit of the Bollinger Band is present at the 3437, which serves as the most substantial resistance for SHIB, and the most substantial or strongest support for SHIB lies down there at the 2555. Okay, to give you some numbers there. Now, Overall analysis concludes that the crypto follows a bearish trend. However, Shiba's gained bullish potential again and might soon defeat the bears. And again, if we take a look at the chart, we can see we've been consolidating here. If we go out to the month, okay, for quite some time, we did have a little pop here back in late December, but especially go to the 7 day, we've had a pretty nice downtrend here. So looks like we're starting to consolidate over the last few days here. And then the 3 month, really, you can see this consolidation phase. Okay. And we've got some low lines of overall support right down here at the 2.6, 2.5, right? We haven't really been going below that very often, which is good. So we know kind of where we're at and where we stand there. That's initially where we were in October before we had the big pop, right? So that's good. We've got a line of support in the sand. We know that the bulls will come back and the market will come back, and it's a great time to accumulate, in my opinion. Great time to accumulate SHIB and many other cryptos out there. The ones that you have the highest conviction in, great time to accumulate. And I think a lot of people are buying up the dip. A lot of the smart money buying things up. So thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video.